How I'm gonna get through to you people, I have no idea, but the top thing I hate in Warcraft is Warlocks. I know how hard-headed you people are, I know how closed-minded you retards are, so this is basically gonna be like trying to convince you that Kinder Surprises can fly into space. So, I don't know how I'm gonna get through to you, but let's just do it anyway. Let's just take the normal Warlock, Soul Link, Siphon Life. I don't care how much resilience you have, how much shadow resistance you have, dots are a pain in the ass, and you will not be able to shake them. They're going to do a shit ton of damage to you, and you aren't going to be able to do a damn thing about it because they're instant cast. They're like almost impossible to cleanse off, and they always do in the mid-range of 4,000 damage. And then we have Fear itself, the actual spell Fear, a 1.5 second cast that's like a stun that makes you run around. Why do I call it a stun? Because you can take damage and it won't break. Let's look at its mage counterpart, Sheep. Polymorph, whatever you call it. It's a 1.5 second cast and it's also considered a crowd control. Except Fear doesn't regenerate the health of the fucking target, and it doesn't make it sit in place for like 15 seconds, and it doesn't break the second you hit it. Plus you get all this wonderful gear that makes Fear so much more convenient for you. Reduces the cast time of it, yippee, so you have to be like super awesome, incredibly quick reflexes in order to counterspell it, or kick it, or whatever the hell you're doing. And like a 50% chance to resist spell pushback whenever you're casting Fear. And then we got the Warlock Gear, which always looks like 7,000 times better than any other one, except for maybe Rogue. When I saw Time Gnomes 1 by Rurikar, I thought when I saw that final Warlock set, that giant death demon with the huge wings, I thought he was kidding. But when I saw how it actually was in the actual game, I just thought to myself, wow, Blizzard, your bias is so unseeable. And speaking of Warlock sets, let's look at the Warlock sets. The only one that I know of gives you like 60 health for every single tick of damage over time that you do, so it's like you have health coming in every second from health coming in every second. What the hell is that supposed to mean? And if you're soul linked and you have like 12,000 health just from the Warlock Gear, which like you get 2 pieces of Warlock Gear and bam, you're up to 10,000 health. And then of course we have Drain Life. If you ever get into a little bit of trouble and you're out of your Soul Stone and your Health Stone and your Potion and your damage over time Siphon Life, then I guess you can just use Drain Life, which basically heals you for like 1/10 of your health and kills your target by like 1/10 of their health. Basically fighting a Warlock is like an uphill battle from the start, and if you do somehow manage to get even a little bit of damage in on them, looks like we got Death Coil. And Death Coil is like the biggest piece of shit in the entire game, and it needs to have at least a 5-minute cooldown. An instant potion damage Fear. Wow, that's totally not biased. What do mages get? We get Frostbolt. Yeah, how about that? Oh, but wait, Frostbolt is a cast attack, which basically means that it can be interrupted. And dots can't be interrupted because they're instant cast. And then we have their fucking Fellhound pet thingy. What's that? A pulsating purge attack that dispels all of everything that you even try to do to yourself? What's that? If you attack it, then it gets a huge amount of attack power. What's that? If it eats one of your buffs, then it gets a huge amount of health back? What's that? It has a separate improved counterspell right off the bat? Boy, this Warlock class sure is fair. I think when Blizzard decided to make a Warlock class, they passed some sort of law that basically stated that the Warlock cannot be killed by anyone ever. The only 2 classes that even have a slight chance of killing a Warlock would be a Rogue and a Warrior. And even then, Blizzard didn't even fix the glitch that made it so that their Drain Life wasn't affected by Mortal Strike or Wound Poison. That's fixed now, but the point is that the Warlocks are still getting health back, while you're dying and you're not getting health back. I shouldn't even be making this video. This entire thing should be incredibly obvious. Who do you see at the top of all your battleground charts? Warlocks. Who do you see at the top of healing done? Warlocks. Who do you see at the top of damage done? Warlocks. Who do you see at the top of honorable kills? Warlock. Who do you see at the top of the DPS chart in any raid? Warlock. Who provides like health stones for stuff? Warlock. Who can kill anyone without any sort of skill whatsoever? Warlock.